What is up, everybody? Hello, happy Saturday. My goodness, it's already Saturday. Jeez Louise. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day. Hopefully, most of you saw the premiere that I'm just coming from. Most of you guys probably coming from, right? Most of you. Some of you guys didn't watch it, but that's okay. I forgive you. You guys are still awesome. You guys can watch it again. But it's really cool to do a premiere because we could do like a live chat and just talk about the video. So talk about tacos and everything. So Kimmy Payton was first. What is going on, Kimmy Payton? How are you? Has Martin still got the new wheelchair? Yes. Donna Jones, hello. How are you? Amina the Great is a taco lover. Yay. Donna Jones says it's so sad how they used to be. Yeah, 7 years ago, right? That's a short time frame, and they're two different people. Sad how drugs just change you for the worse, not for the better, for the worse. Sharon, hello. Alira, baby, hello. JJ, I feel like Martin is getting closer to getting help. Is it just me? He thinks he will die, but it's possible to convince him otherwise. He needs hope, and I need four tacos. JJ needs four tacos, not from Taco Bell. So anywhere but Taco Bell. Kimmy, I'd like to offer a place at my home in Cali for Martin. Maybe we can talk at the meet and greet. Awesome. Cool. I would recommend not ever taking anybody from the streets to your house. Ever, ever, ever. That's my recommendation. Your safety is paramount. JJ is asking who's bringing the tacos. JJ has the dips. Wendy is all the way in Texas. Thanks for joining, Wendy. Appreciate you. Robin Miller, hello. How are you? Thanks for being in the premiere chat. I appreciate you, Robin. Nana Angel, what is going on? How are you, Nana? What's happening? Lori Prevost, do you believe what he was saying about the room? Um, I mean, it could be true. I mean, I don't put a lot of credence in most of the things these folks say. I really don't. Um, I wasn't there, so and it's pointless now. It doesn't matter anymore. It happened. It's done. I cleaned it, and so what do you do? Don Pariso, hello. How are you? Kimmy Payton feels for this man. Yeah, me too. Patricia Barnes. So look at it from this standpoint, Kimmy. I've interviewed 1,000 people in 3 years. I feel for all of them. Can you imagine if I was to bring all the people to my house, all the people that I feel for to my house? It just doesn't jive, right? It's not practical, you know. Sometimes we want to help them more than what they want to help themselves. Does it kind of make sense? You know, and then let's define help, right? So when we talk about help, we're talking about treatment center, detox, a hospital, a doctor, right? That's the type of help I'm talking about, right? He's talking about get me a room, get me a wheelchair, get me a room, kind of things that make it more convenient, easier for him to navigate his current journey. So yeah, got to talk about what is help, right? Let's define help. Janan, hello, how are you? Patricia Barnes, hello. Vanessa Cahill, how are you, Vanessa? Diane Romero, I missed what happened with the room. It just got dirty, very dirty, super dirty. Don Jones, I'm from the United Kingdom. I pray for them both. Me too. Thank you for joining all the way from across the Atlantic. I appreciate you, Donna, for being here. It's 4:30. Excuse me, 4:33 p.m. Arizona time right now, Saturday. I'm sure it's what 1, 2, 3 in the morning over there, where you're at in the UK. Amy Schweitzer, I don't think Martin will leave the streets, but help can be brought to him uh, if he wants help. It just so happens that paramedics check up on him. He told me that yesterday the paramedics woke him up. He told me today. I talked to him today. So this video that I just uploaded, that was yesterday. I talked to him today. Every day I'm checking in on him. Every day I'm checking in on him. You know why? because very similar to Amber, these folks have one foot here and one foot not here, no longer on this planet. Their life is hanging by a thread. And so that's one of my regrets with Blake, right? If you guys don't know Blake, a lot of you guys are new, so go check out Blake's interviews. 20-year-old young man. He passed away when he was 21. I talked to him for about 6 months, trying to help him, right? Underlying medical issues, addiction, and ultimately he passed away. So that's one of my regrets. Is I wish I would have followed up with them on a more regular cadence, a more regular basis, so that yeah, I could document and capture, um, what he's going through, his journey, his thoughts, and so that's kind of what I'm trying to do with Martin. I'm trying to see, because one of these days, what's going to happen is he's going to get so sick he can't talk. He's gonna get knocked out, black out, and that's when the ambulance will take him. At that instance, because when a person is blacked out, no unresponsive, that's when the by law, a doctor, a hospital, an ambulance, paramedic does not need your permission. That's when they'll take you and take you to the hospital, and they'll help you. So that's what's going to happen, right? If he gets that to that point. So hopefully his body will continue to fight to survive. And I told him today, I said, dude, here's my card, take a couple of them, put them everywhere, the wheelchair, your clothes, your pocket, your backpack, put it everywhere. If you happen to go to the doctor out of voluntarily or involuntarily because you got super sick and you're out of it, tell them to call me. Put me down as an emergency contact. You can't put down your wife, so put me down as emergency contact. You know what he said? He said, thank you, I appreciate that. So that was pretty cool. Kimmy Payton, was that her talking next to Martin off camera? No, that was a man. That was a homeless man that was very, very, very drunk. As soon as I said the word pizza, he's like, "Hey, I want a pizza." So Martin was kind enough to give him a slice of pizza. Donna P, I'm doing really good. Thank you, Donna. Hopefully you're doing good too. Vanessa Cahill, he is forever playing the victim. Um, I wouldn't categorize it that way. I wouldn't describe it that way. I mean, look at his condition. He might not be a victim, right? He might not fit the definition of victim for you, which is okay, right? We all interpret things differently, Vanessa. But he's certainly somebody that is going through agonizing pain every day. He needs his hip replaced because the bones are rubbing. I can't imagine that pain. Um, his legs are swollen. His feet are infected. He has massive holes, in his feet. I can kind of see his ligaments in his feet. That's gross. That's disgusting. I can't imagine the pain. Will flies land on there and lay eggs on there? His feet are like rotting away. So that might not be a victim of your definition or whatever, but he's certainly suffering, right? Uh, and uh, and could he be a victim of addiction? Maybe. Janan says, "Art, you look rested." I'm not. I'm not rested, but I did take a shower, and I brushed my tooth. That's always good. Amina the Great, he want things to make his chase easier, to be honest. Yeah, perhaps he does. It's an addict is gonna do things to make it easier, and so I don't want him naked out there, right? So that's why I get him clothes. Um, I don't want him suffering any further. That's why I got him warm clothes today because it gets cold at night. Yeah. I don't want him to be suffering from hunger, right? Regardless if you're an addict or not an addict, a human shouldn't suffer from hunger. That's why I give him food. Whether you're an addict or not an addict, you should not be thirsting, especially when it's 100 degrees out here in Phoenix, right? You should not be thirsting for water, right? So when people say you enable him by giving him water, I go, you're an idiot. I go, you're stupid. That's a human being that needs water, that needs food, and needs clothing, regardless of what his situation is. Alcoholism, drugs, he's there on his own choice. He's there not on his own choice. He's chasing the drug. Whatever you guys want to label it, he deserves water, food, and clothing, and a little bit of compassion, a little bit of understanding, a little bit of empathy, right? Little bit, right? Some grace and dignity, right? Some people can't give it. Some people in these comments can't give it. So I just kind of pray for you guys, right? Because sometimes people project, you know, um, their feelings, right? They project, you know, their insecurities. They project the loss or their inability to get to where they want to get to. So they take it out on some of these folks, right? So it's kind of sad. But I pray for you all. Vanessa Cahill, I agree that he has huge problems, but he always blames someone else. All addicts do. I know this type of behavior. I was an active alcoholic for 20 years. Awesome, Vanessa. I'm glad you're no longer in addiction. I'm glad that you're recovering. You're sober from alcoholism. That's your story. You're entitled to your story, right? I've heard a lot from people that are like in recovery, right, for 5 years, a year, 10 years, 20 years, like you, and they're like the worst critics. You know, I know he's gonna sell that wheelchair. I was out there for 5 years. I know he's gonna sell it. You know, I used to sell clothes, right? Rip off the tags. He's gonna sell all of his clothes. I go, oh my God, stop. That's you. That's your story, right? If you're an active for, you're an alcoholic for 20 years, that's your story. Whatever you did, whatever you went through, that's your story. This is Martin's story. It's not all addicts, alcoholics are the same. You guys are all different, different stories. So respect that. I don't know what it gives people like the sense of entitlement. Like I'm clean now. I live that life, so I get to speak on all situations. Yeah, it's not. And yeah, you're absolutely right, Vanessa. He's a liar because he's an addict. True. All addicts lie. Correct. All addicts blame other people. True. Absolutely correct. I agree with that 100%. But he's still worthy of dignity, respect, and for people to try to assist him with clothes, water, food, compassion, grace, and understanding. Yeah, 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 yeah. California, been there too, but I took accountability and got right. Yeah, yeah, congratulations on your sobriety, California. Hopefully, you're not killing anybody in California, but that's awesome. Yeah, accountability. Some people aren't ready for accountability, right? They're just not ready. I'm glad it happened for you, for Vanessa, and probably there's 155 people in here. Probably half of you have gone through your own addiction, right? I'm currently addicted with tacos, right? So, but it's a good addiction, right? Unless it's Taco Hell, right? So, whatever people say, Taco Bell is not authentic Mexican food. So, we should talk about that. I'm gonna create that list real quick. Who can make real tacos? Maxine Van Dyke. That's a cool name. Thank you very much for your generous donation. I appreciate you very much. That's gas right there. That's like that's like 5 miles here in Phoenix. Jessica Marquez could make tacos. That's awesome. So cool. That's great. I'm glad. So many people can't make tacos. Like me, I can't make tacos. If you were to give me like, hey, dude, I'll give you $1,000 for you to make. Can you make tacos? I'm gonna miss out on $1,000 because I can't make tacos. Right? I don't know my way around the kitchen, basically. Right? So, Amina, the great street tacos are my favorite. Today I ate street tacos. I was hungry and I was just driving. Some lady right there, boom, camped out on the side of the road. I did a U-turn and I got they weren't the best tacos. The tortillas were kind of flimsy. They weren't warm, so I probably wouldn't go back, unfortunately. But the meat was okay. So Anne loves her tacos. That is so cool. And Vanessa, I'm not picking on you. I'm just giving you my perspective, right? You're entitled to your perspective. I respect that immensely, but um, we have to look at it from many standpoints, not just our own. So Amina makes her own tacos. That's awesome. Thank you, Maxine. I appreciate you. I'll keep it up. Yolanda Puerta, saluditos desde California. Muchas bendiciones. Muchas gracias, Yolanda Puerta. Ábreme la puerta. Ooh, that was cool, huh? So Yolanda Puerta. Puerta means door. I said ábreme. I said open the door. Ooh, cool. Valvina China Ruiz Art. If you're ever near Fresno, California, you're welcome to come over for our family Sanchez tacos. I guarantee you've never had them like ours. Awesome. If I ever happen to be in Fresno, I'll go look up the Sanchez taco truck. Vanessa Cahill, Sharon, I stayed in it so long because I was unable to do so. Luckily, I am now sober for 16 years. That's awesome, Vanessa. Congratulations on your sobriety for 16 years. I was enabled to do so. Yeah, I don't know who was supplying you with alcohol, but hopefully you're of the understanding that water, food, and clothing is not enabling. Kimmy Payne, how hasn't he been robbed out there for them chains? I'd be scared. Those are the type of chains that turn green after like a little bit of sweat, a little bit of moisture. That's why. Valvina China says, not the truck, my kitchen. Got it. Su Majestad, hello, how are you? Lulu J 2020. Fresno is a huge city, kind of scary, but parts are nice. Hmm. Melinda, the opposite of bad. I wish there would be people like Art more in this world. Um, there's 140 people that could be good, right? We all, take it to our community. So be good in your neighborhood, Melinda. Janan says, "Where are the night crew of the Lost in Phoenix?" I mean, it's 4:47 p.m. I never talk in the daytime. I'm talking now. I'm hanging out with you guys now because I won't. In the night. I'm probably gonna go to sleep early tonight, so it's gonna be an early night. It's only 4:40, 48. I'm gonna go eat. Go to the mall. Got some things I have to buy, and then I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna brush the tooth again, and that's it. Mimi's. And likes my haircut. Thank you. I like my haircut too. I got a haircut today. It's all fresh and clean. And thank you. Alira Baby says, hit the like button. Don't hit Martin. Hit the like button. Never hit Martin. Hit the like button. Who do you think you are? His wife? Hit the like button instead. KM, thank you. Appreciate it. Amina, how do you feel about Philadelphia and the drug epidemic there? Philadelphia is what America will look like if we don't turn our course, right? So the course we're going in, the people, the same idiots we keep electing, not me, but some of you guys, that's going to be America. That's a little, uh, yeah. So sadly, scary. Oyuki de la Luz, what is going on? Oyuki Polly Pocket, hello. How are you? And your bruise, is it purple? Is it green? What is happening with your bruise, Polly Pocket? Amy Schweitzer, change their food to science diet, and they won't be so stinky. Did you watch the doggies? Yeah, I think they're just stinky because I haven't given them a bath. That's why. But yeah, that'll happen tomorrow. Is there any homeless addict you would be afraid to walk up to? Um, yeah, some people I walk up to, and some I don't. Gen H, how common is Trank in Phoenix? Not common. No, I wasn't Buki with the bruise. Buki has a bruised heart, but Polly Pocket has a bruised uh like this area. It's like this, like this. Like the sucker's like this. Has its own little zip code and has a little heartbeat on it of its own. KM Art. What is G? G is glass. Glass meth, methamphetamine. Don Pariso, my heart breaks for Martin, but he doesn't love himself enough to get the help he needs. So sad. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. I think he's a good guy. I would love to help him, but you can't force help on him. You just can't, right? He has to want it. He has to desire it, and he just doesn't for whatever reason. Maybe there's many factors to it. I don't understand. So what can we do? Give him food, some clothing, try to help him a little bit. So and again, remember, if Martin doesn't want to get help, at least we can help somebody with these videos, right? Somebody out there is gonna never touch drugs because of Martin, guaranteed. Sharon xylazine will make its way Phoenix, will make its way to Phoenix sooner or later. Sharon, it's already here, but the question was, is it common in Phoenix? It's not common, but it's already here. So yeah, it's just not common here in Phoenix. Everybody is comfortable with pills, right? They don't want to inject, so not yet. Sharon, but if he does want to get help, he knows he can get a hold of you. True. Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Finish that phrase. Here's an ad coming, okay, in 27, 26, 25. Some of you guys are going to get an ad. Don't click off the ad. Watch the ad. Why? Because um, YouTube promotes these videos channels more when the ads run, believe it or not, right? It's part of the algorithm. So let the rhythm let the rhythm take you. The algorithm take you. 2, 1. Bye. Live, laugh, love, La Cabezona, Triple L, Hillard. You are on early today. I am because we just did the premiere that you weren't at. You did not attend the premiere of the 4 o'clock video today. Live, laugh, love. So what were you doing? Where were you? Because you weren't with us. Right? Half the people here were in the room watching. Why were you not there? Kimmy Payton, isn't he able to get to a care facility? Yeah, but he doesn't want to go to a care facility because if he goes to the care facility, here's why he doesn't want to go to a hospital, gang. If he goes to hospital, he has to wait for 2, 3, 4 hours to be admitted. Okay, that's just to be seen by a doctor. 2, 3, 4 hours, right? All hospitals in Phoenix, that's the normal wait time. 2, 3, 4 hours. Okay, so that's problem number one. Because in those 2, 3, 4 hours, what do you think's happening to his body? He's going through withdrawals. He can't smoke in the hospital. He can't smoke in the waiting room, and he knows that. He is out there because of his addiction. People say, Art, what if you took him to a clinic? Not gonna happen. What if you took him to hospital? Not gonna happen. I've already tried. I've said it. I've asked him. Said, nope. I'm gonna go on my own. I'm gonna go today. I'm gonna go on my own. Right? He said that like 10 times. But I understand that he doesn't want to be away from his pills. It's okay. That's what he's choosing to do. Amy Schweitzer says, "Oh, I didn't realize they smoke this." Yes. Yep, they smoke it. Lisa Love, the wife is going to hurt him. I think she's been hurting him for past 10 years, probably, but that's his wife. He chooses to be there. If I call the cops, do you think he's going to prosecute? Do you think oh yeah, my wife is hitting me? No. What's going to happen is uh, they'll stay together. She'll keep beating him, and we'll never see him again because he'll never talk to me again because we're betraying that trust, right? So Martin needs help, but Martin needs to help himself. He doesn't want to. KCPB is going to get YouTube Premium. I've had it for like, I don't know, I've had it for a lot of years. YouTube Premium. Kaylani, hello, how are you? Happy Saturday to you. Hopefully you're doing good, Kaylani. Appreciate you being here. Penelope Greñona, sending lots of love and prayers to Martin. Penelope Greñona, appreciate you for being here. Thank you. Keep praying for Martin. Hopefully one day he'll do what he needs to do to save his life, basically. Amy Schweitzer, don't do drugs or drink, Amy. Unless you're with good company, right? Unless you're like at a Lost in Phoenix meet and greet, it's okay to eat tacos with a little bit of drinking. That's okay. Milka Milka Vargas. Do you know how old his kids? I don't actually. Cajun Candy, the cavity causer, wants Martin to leave her. Don Paraso, Art, was there a guy bothering Martin during your area? No, he wasn't bothering. So there's a guy like 2 feet away. So he was already there, and then we got there, and I decided to talk to Martin, right? And he was quiet the whole time, right? So I interviewed for 20 minutes. As soon as I said pizza, his eyes lit. So he must have been starving, right? This guy, he was drunk, homeless, disheveled, dusty. And as soon as I said the word pizza, I want pizza. So Martin was nice enough to give him a couple slices. So yeah, that was him. So it wasn't his wife or nothing. So KC, is Milo bigger than Phoebe now? Yes, I think so actually. Danielle Hernandez, don't be scared. Um, I hope it doesn't happen, but there are consequences for doing that. So Dawn, you're welcome. Well, somebody was there. It was a random person that him and I didn't know. We weren't interacting with him. He was very respectful, quiet. Because he was drunk, like super drunk, drunk, drunk. As soon as I said pizza, so sad, huh? Everybody's out there starving and dehydrated and just harming themselves. It's insane, man. One real one always. Hello, how are you? How are you doing? Cajun Candy cooks great Cajun food. So I was in New Orleans with the Navy a long time ago, and I remember eating gumbo for the first time on the at the French Quarter, one of those restaurants, right? God, it was so good because it was like authentic, right? So it tasted so good. I had so much fun. I have never seen so many. How can I say it? So I was there during like Mardi Gras. So every during the day I was with the Navy, right? We're getting trained, right, in New Orleans. But at night, I had so much fun, man. I've never seen so many beads in my life. Big beads, little beads, bouncy beads. It was a lot of beads. Tacos and beads. Athena Rodriguez, hello, how are you? What's going on? Sharon says it's such a helpless feeling when you want to help them and you can't because they don't want to help themselves, right? So, what do you do? KCPB loves beads. That's awesome. Me too. I like beads. Big beads, little beads, medium beads. Sharon, I'm talking about the beads. Big beads, little beads, different color beads. Beads and tacos is a subject today. Baba Rosa, hello. Crescenciano Gutierrez, here from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thank you, Crescencia. I've never heard that name ever in my life. Crescenciano Gutierrez. I appreciate you being here all the way from New Mexico. El Flaco. ¿Qué huele, brother? Having a cold. Corona. Coronas, costadas, saludos. Awesome. Thanks for checking in, El Flaco. Enjoy your beer and tostadas. Save me some. Reese just started watching your channel and I love it in Meridian, Mississippi. Awesome, Reese. Welcome to the Lost of Phoenix family. I appreciate you so much. Make sure you create awareness in your community with your children, your family, your relatives, your friends, coworkers, your community, schools, locals, right? To stay away from all this crap, man, because young people are where they're losing their lives out here. So thank you for being here all the way from Mississippi. There's Biloxi, Mississippi, right? Biloxi, Mississippi. There's also Tupelo, Mississippi. I only know Tupelo because that's where Elvis was born in Tupelo, Mississippi. I think we have Fort Dix in Mississippi, right? Army, Fort Dix. I think that's what it's Fort Dix, right? Not Bud Light, but Dix. I think. Rita, forgiven, unforgiven, or forgiven? Hey Art, did Martin say that his common law wife had another dude in the room that you put him up in? There is a co-defendant reason why he is still keeping her around. A codependent. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, that there were. I wasn't there. I don't know, but that's what he said, and it could be. It's possible. I'm not sure. Right. So that's unfortunate. But he won't leave her. So what do you do? Denise Haas. What is going on, Denise? Welcome. Appreciate you. And Flaco says, Art, have you ever recorded someone somewhere outside of Arizona? I sure have. Make sure you guys watch all of my videos. I go back to to when I started, right? So this was November of 2020. So my first video with 21-year-old Carlos. Go look it up, check it out. I've interviewed in Riverside, California. I've interviewed in Tucson, Arizona. I've interviewed in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I've interviewed in I was on vacation in Hawaii and interviewed Kapeka. She was doing meth in Hawaii. I was getting all the free. I was getting out of the airport. Just homeless people everywhere in Honolulu. Like, what the heck? I thought it was paradise over here. What happened? And then also I was on vacation for in 2 years ago in Puerto Rico, and I found an army couple. They were retired from the army, and they get their pension, right? They every month they get pension from the military, and they're alcoholics. So I interviewed them too. So I've been around. I get around, round, round. Who sings that? The Beach Boys. I get around, round, round. CH. So like I said, have you seen Vancouver lately since they legalized everything? Not really. I'm not. I don't really know anybody in Canada. I really don't get Canada news. The only thing I hear a lot of Canadians complaining is that Trudeau, your prime minister or president or whatever he is, that he's a knucklehead, right? He's like a Biden, but like a young Biden that doesn't wear diapers like Biden. So that's kind of how they describe Canada or the leadership or lack of leadership. I don't know. I don't really follow Canadian politics. We got our own mess here in America with politicians, man. So good luck. Good luck with that. Lady of Justice, are you a judge or hello from Texas? Praying for Jonathan and his wife. Yes, definitely pray for Jonathan and his wife for sure. They both need help for sure. Penelope Greñona. He really is. B. Bergs of Oregon. Thanks for sharing their story. Yeah, it's important to share these stories so that people can see like what addiction is, what these pills are, what how they live, how they die, how they rationalize things. So it's all important. It's all important. It really is. Kimmy Payton, where's his girlfriend when interacting? I have no idea. He ran away, remember? Did you watch the thing, Kimmy? You need to watch the video. I'm not going to answer Kimmy's questions no more. Kimmy needs to watch the video that I just uploaded 30 minutes ago. Go watch it, Kimmy. It's going to answer all your questions. I guarantee it. Yasmin Valerio, hello, how are you? C, I'm gonna say CH. Do you think Martin actively wants to give up, as in let nature take its course? Sorry for the code. YouTube is sensitive. Yes, YouTube is very too sensitive, right? But yeah, here's my theory, okay? Because I've seen this before, and the people that have been with this channel for years, they've seen it before. So you guys want to go on my channel and click Blake, Blake. I knew him for 6 months. He was deep in addiction. He had underlying medical issues. I think Blake wanted to go out on his terms. He knew he had underlying medical issues. He knew he was deep in addiction, but he's like, I'm not gonna go to the hospital because I'm gonna be locked up. I'm gonna be interned. I'm gonna be away from my pill. So I'm gonna be out here in the streets. I'm gonna go out how I want to go out. That's kind of what it seemed that way to me from interacting with the final 6 months of Blake's life. I was there. Lost in Phoenix was there. I see a lot of parallels with him, Blake, and Martin. A lot of similarities. Lots. Underlying medical issues for Martin, right? Deep in addiction. Um, doesn't want to go to a hospital. Why? It's right. It's like I'm reliving Blake 2.0 with Martin. So that's why people are going to ask me, why do you talk to Martin so much? Why do you talk to Martin so much? Because I regret not talking. I wish I would have talked to Blake more because he's gone now. I can't talk to him anymore. So if Martin leaves this earth, we want it documented, right? we want to share with the world that he existed. He was somebody, and unfortunately, you know, he, you know, he wasn't strong enough to remain here. But again, I'm not writing his tombstone. I'm just saying that that's a great possibility if he continues to refuse medical treatment, right? I don't want that to happen, right? But that's a decision he has to make, not me, not you, not the police, not a judge, not this, not that, not him, to save his life. With Blake, I was like, surely he's gonna turn it around, right? He's so young. He's only 20 years old. He's gonna turn it around, right? He didn't turn around. He gave up and said, I'm gonna go out how I want to go out. And he did. He went out the way he wanted. At the end, his aunt notified me that he was in the hospital. The final 2 weeks of his life, he was in the hospital. I saw him 2 weeks before he passed away, where he couldn't leave. He just couldn't leave. He was so bad he couldn't leave. His body was shutting down slowly. His organs were shutting down. They're just like, I'm tired. That's it. How far away is Martin from that? It's razor thin. Speaking of a skeleton, um, I'm so sad. I was sad. I get sad with all these folks in my own way. I don't get sad the same way you guys get sad, but it affects you, right? So I saw Amber today. Hold on, hold it. What the hell? Amber is another Blake 2.0. Amber is another Blake 2.0. Super sad. She has a 13-year-old daughter named Jade. She has a mom that loves her and has been trying to help her for the past, I don't know, chasing her for 20 years. Super, super sad. It's how far away is she, right, from where Blake is? It razor thin too? Do, so look at Blake, look at Amber, and look at Martin. They refuse to go to the hospital. They're deep in addiction. They don't want to, they want to go out how they want to go out, razor thin, and they're 1 foot in and 1 foot out. They're trying real. It sucks. It's not fun, So it really isn't. It's not fun at all. This is entertainment. This isn't. It's just not. It's not fun. It's not entertainment. It's reality. It's life right now in America, right? It's life right now in America. So I think we need to do a better job. Regular people like you, regular people like me. There's no cavalry coming. There's no white knight coming. There's no government, right? The government sucks. No, can't rely on politicians. We have to educate our children, right? We have to educate our kids. Forget the damn pronouns and the restrooms and the sexuality for kids. Teach our kids math, reading, and stuff like that, right? And talk to them about the dangers, the perils of making poor choices, poor decisions, so that we don't lose another generation, right? So it's super sad. I think we have to do that. We can't rely on nobody else. What's the government doing? You know what? The government is taking care of Ukraine, $150 billion the past 2 years to Ukraine. So that's what they're doing. So yeah, it's gonna have to be us, to prevent these people. Blake is gone after 6 months of knowing him. I knew him the last 6 months of his life. Am I seeing similarities, with Amber? I've known Amber for, gosh, I don't know. I can't remember. Is it like 8 months? I've known Martin for three weeks. How long will I be part of their lives? Sad. Real one always. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. You have a great day, great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bianca says, I agree. Yay. I Amber's daughter reached out to me on all social media. Her name is Jade. She's 13 years old, and she said, "Hey, you interviewed my mom." you know, uh, I'm 13 years old, and that's my mom. And I found her on your channel. The mom, Darla, was trying to kind of like hiding, kind of protecting her, and just kind of, but the daughter found, because at that age you show social media and whatnot. So she found her. She reached out to me, and it's like, oh, it's heartbreaking. So it's just heartbreaking, man. It's just sad, 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 sad. Lisa Love Art, take care of your mental health. Seeing this a lot takes a toll on people. I am super good. I eat a lot of tacos. I play with two cute dogs, and I went hiking, today. So I'm good, actually. I'm really good with all that stuff. I feel good. That stuff doesn't really affect me. It sucks, but doesn't affect me the way it affects you guys. I think different people have different personalities. My personality is very have a strong, overbearing personality, and so I think that little bit of narcissism. So all that kind of helps me compartmentalize and put everything where it belongs, right? So. I don't get too emotional. I'm well. I disconnect from that stuff really, really well. Here comes another ad for some of you, not all of you, some of you. Okay, in 10, 9, it's the final countdown. Okay, so try to watch it till the end. 30 seconds, 60 seconds. You don't have to buy anything, but watch it. So I'll go to my channel real quick. And then I'm gonna type in Blake. It's a final countdown. Blake. Blake. May 27th, 2022. May 27th, 2022. So today I'm with Blake. Blake, how old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
Blake, how long have you been homeless?
I've been homeless for a year and 6 months. So a year and a half. Just it's new to me.
And what happened a year and a half ago to cause you to become homeless?
Well, I made some wrong choices, I guess, by using drugs, blues, and methamphetamine. Sometimes being around those people who use those drugs. Um,
Sad, man. Sad. Sadness. Marilu Madrid, hello, how are you? What's going on? Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Verte Ant. Why do we put up with it? Yeah, I think when we as Americans look for somebody to blame for the current affairs, the current state of affairs for America, look in the mirror. If 174 people in this room, if you're American, you're partially responsible for the condition of America today because we vote. Sometimes we vote for idiots, knuckleheads that contribute to this. Have you spoken to politicians? Have you spoken to your at your local school, your city council members? Have you cleaned up your neighborhood, right? Have you picked up litter, trash? Have you educated your children about the dangers of drugs? Um, have you been proactive? So, for example, I go through like really poor neighborhoods, right, in Phoenix, right? Um, let's say, let's say just neighborhoods, and it's 90% Hispanic, right? 50% of people that just immigrated here legally, illegally in the past 2, 3 years, right? Those neighborhoods, the parks are overrun by homeless people doing drugs all day long. At night, during the daytime, these people that live in the neighborhoods can't take their kids to the park because it's crap everywhere, right? Foil, drugs, straws, homeless people. It's just gross. But people don't want to reclaim their parks back. They don't want to reclaim their society, their neighborhoods, right? They're waiting for a savior. They're waiting for the cavalry. And it's not coming. It has to be us, you know. So I'm trying to be like a Paul Revere, like sound the alarm, right? Like we have to do something like us, grassroots. So, what can you do? What can you guys do, right? Each one of us has a responsibility to educate, create awareness, sound the alarm, because we're all partly responsible for the condition of America, unfortunately, right? So sad but true. Hugh Machine, hey Art, ever consider going vegan to help against climate change? Uh, no. The climate has been changing for the past billion years, man. The climate's always going to change, always. Somebody said Verte Ant said because people in Gilbert won't tolerate it. Correct, right? If some of these folks moved into Gilbert, they're going to call the police. They're going to be active in their community because they care about their community. The neighborhoods I go to, they don't care about their community. They have they have a poor mindset. That's why they're poor, you know. If you want to change your life, you want to change your outcome, think differently, right? And it's sad to say because these are my communities, right? These are people, that look like me, right? What can I do, right? Try to educate people and talk to the people and say, hey, don't you care about this park? Don't you care about the neighborhood? Shouldn't you call the police? Shouldn't you call the city council to come pick this up? Shouldn't you guys call do something like pick up trash? Shouldn't you make it uncomfortable for the folks to be at the park all day long because you can't uh, you can't bring your children here? So, but people don't care. That's a difference, right? A poor neighborhood, nobody cares. It's not racism. Please, you're never gonna hear that word from me. I hate saying it. It's not racism. It's not what is the other term that they use? What is the other systemic? Right? So it's not that. It's not that. It's just people have a poor mentality and they don't care. Are they afraid to call the cops? Are they afraid to call the authorities to come clean? And I don't know. But we need to be more proactive and take over our cities, take back our cities, take back our parks, take back our livelihoods. Right? It just sucks. You walk on the sidewalk, you have to walk over bodies. Like why do we do that? That wouldn't happen in Scottsdale. It wouldn't happen in Gilbert and Chandler. Maybe there might be little pockets here and there, but why do we allow it here in Phoenix? So it's crazy. Jen H, thank you. Sharon, do the police arrest them if they see them using drugs? Not really. Not really. They're looking for the people selling the drugs. The person using, it's just a lot of paperwork, and they're gonna arrest them. They'll be in jail for 2 hours, and they get released, and they do the same thing over again. They're more interested in the person selling. So KM is gonna come out here with tacos. Cool. KM says God is pleased with you, Art. Thank you, Kay. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm extremely blessed and highly favored. Like I feel it, because I'm healthy. I have a great career. My family's great, and I'm trying to make a difference, in my own way. So I think that's all of us. Can you imagine if we all had that same mentality? All right, I'm blessed. I have a job. I have stuff. I'm working towards stuff. I'm healthy. My family's healthy. What else can I do? Right? What else can I do? Because it's not just be me and my little world and screw everybody else. Nah, we have to give in order to receive. So it keeps freezing. Awesome. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. Okay, if it's freezing, I don't know what else I could do. So you guys have a great rest of your day. You guys have a great Saturday. Be safe, stay safe, and be careful. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.